All right, so Kevin, 101 uses of your wife's wedding dress. You've made a website about this. How did this all start?
It started when she left the dress behind when she moved out last year, and it sat in my closet for a period of time before I shared with my parents and brother and sister-in-law one night at dinner that I had my ex-wife's wedding dress, and I threw it out to them. I said, "What am I supposed to do with it?" And a couple creative suggestions were made, and then it was actually my sister-in-law who said we might be able to come up with 101 uses.
A lot of women who maybe are recently married and just bought their wedding dress are going to cringe, as I did when I went to your website. And some might say this sounds like a guy who's kind of bitter given the things that you've done with this dress. Are you bitter, Kevin?
I'm not bitter. I may have been bitter when, on the front end of this, but to be honest, I'm not bitter now, and I'm not angry, and it was something that kind of helped me through a tough time and provided a good distraction, and we had some fun with it. And honestly, I think the therapy that came from it has already been achieved, and now we're just trying to see if we can finish off the 101 uses and see what comes from it.
How does your ex-wife feel about all this, Kevin?
She's not excited about it. She found out about it last week. I actually called her and told her about it as it started to take off online because I wanted to be the one to tell her about it rather than have her find out from somebody else. And I'm not intending it to be hurtful. That's not my goal. And I don't think she's seeing it for what I'm want it to be, which is just really a bunch of silly things I did with a dress that kind of, helped me through our divorce.
You have kids with your ex-wife. Are they old enough to understand why Daddy's doing bad things to Mommy's wedding dress?
I haven't actually had that conversation with them, but I do plan on talking about it with them, and hopefully, they're young, but I hope that they can also, to a certain extent, see it for what it is and not an attack on their mom, but just that their dad, has a sense of humor and did some silly stuff, happened to be with their mom's wedding dress.